This is Arukh HaShulchan Yeridea Siman Yud Tes Seif Vav through Yud. This is day 98 of the Supplemental Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series. Vav Shara Beimos Chayos Ofos Shech different kinds of animals and birds. Bracha Achas Kum is one bracha for all of them. Moshe Din B'chol brachas. This is true about all brachas. Shekol Shah brachas Shava. Anytime brachas are equal. Avshe Minim Harbe. Even though they are very different species. V'dayt L'chos Kun. You have in mind to you all of them. Bracha Achas. You break a bracha on one of them. Play the Acheros as long as they're the same bracha. Tar Pashu, and it's clear. V'chein Yosas Mu B'Tur Shulchan see base and Tur Shulchan pass in this way without any controversy, I guess, let's say, in C base. On the Mordechai Parak, Basar Kosav is Shona, but Mordechai writes in Chulin, Matzah Rav Yoah, but Chuvas are going. Rav Yoah found in the Chuv found the going. So if I call Shchita v'Shchita, you have to make a bracha in each of Shchita. Shem Mishkach v'Darbi, it's like a V'rim Shein Mein Shchita. Because maybe you're going to forget talking between Shchita, I think which are not applicable to the Shchita. B'chein Kosav Barash ben Chofni, but I've been a klonim with Mireimel. They both wrote Levrach Shchita v'Shchita to make a bracha in each of Shchita Kal Shono. So Parakos of Sham, the Mordechai writes in the parak. B'zeh Lashon as follows: B'shorin Rabbeinu Shmuel Bar Chofni Kosav. He writes in the Shmuel Bar Chofni writes that Kosav the Chmir Chachon the Brachas Shchita Kol Achas v'Echas. Chemir Machmir. Make a bracha and shchita for each and every animal. Shem Yasiach Daito maybe will get distracted. He's a pair and talk, or he's asking to get involved in something else. You have and interrupt. V'chein mevar kol achas v'achas chum. They make a bracha for each and every one as a stringency. I can't show. Chol poskim lo avius. All the poskim not bringing this. Adam the contrary. Areish isla arbas brachas. There's a prohibition to make more brachas for north. Near side near the going the dibur b'shchitas gasos basically midvachaim shedush achar kol shchita b'shtayim arbei. HaShulchan says he wanted to say that these gonim are speaking about because Shulchan Chofni was a kohen. I guess Kohen was from Roma. Maybe he was a kohen too. I don't know. At least at the time of the kohen. To tell you about the shchita of large animals in a slaughterhouse. And so after each and every shchita, they tarry a lot, because of sakin and checking knife. Until they prepare the next shchita, they go, there's a big interruption. Boru, it's clear, that the person who's shechting, you're checking, so interpret stuff which is not about the shchita. Heck, going to be correct. Shchita's oifas, the dakas, but you're shechting birds or small animals. Shchita's kufas, Clears one after the other very quickly. Uvdikas the sakin could be going Swiss and checking knife in just a few moments. But Zelomra going him that the going would not say make more multiple brachas. But call poskim l'chokah, but none of the poskim drew distinction between large and small animals. So it's not clear what the halacha should be. Zayin shtayim shlochim shtei behemoth or behemah. Two people were shechting either two animals or an animal and a bird. Echad mevarach, one that can make the bracha. V'asheni shomer, and the second person can listen. But Shemaya bracha, listen. Here's the bracha. But only Amen. He answers Amen. Showing the shecht. Then I have to say the brachas like I said. Tosefta. Asur shosin esen mitzvahs, and 10 people doing 10 different mitzvahs. Kolachem baruch lad, so each man makes a bracha for himself. Asur shosin mitzvah achas. 10 people doing the same mitzvah. Echad baruch kol, one makes a bracha for all of them. For him mechuyev lanos. Amen. You must answer. The kol echad yetzer brachas l'shein tzorich lanos amen. It's not an impediment. I'm not sure. Yes, you're supposed to. But I know it says tzorich. As long as you're somebody else's bracha, you have to answer me. Because I'm a chaim siv kuf samazai. Kam mevarich, you have to a bracha. Also, the person making the bracha should have in mind to be motzi the other person the bracha. Sheikh Hamlet says second, the person should have in mind to be yotze bracha. What should him chol brachas? Adds a trubel brachas for us, and then I feel the name says treif for shem mevarich. Even if the animal which the person made the bracha shechted is found to be treif. Konkol never say yotze shem. The second guy was yotze. The came shem mechuyel var beitz shchita since it's requiring made a bracha at the time of shechted. And the chush meshlim says treif achad shchita. So we're not concerned if found treif after shchita. Furthermore, that shchita we like upon the time of the avail. Even that shchita itself had some sort of impact. That now the animal's no longer available. It's only treifa. Feeling established shchita, but even the first animal did become an available to shchita. Calculates above, we're not concerned near the time rishon because the first reason. since he's Motzi, second guy, first guy. I'm much because Betur Chaim Simon Tov Kuf Pei. Well, that was the first reason. First is because you have to make a bracha because you're about to mitzvah. That's I recently did a recording on this for 24/6. That you have to. We make brachas not because we are yotz in the mitzvah, but because we're mekayim a mitzvah. It's a very, very, very fundamental yesod, and therefore, even if you don't know you're going to be yotz in the mitzvah, you're mekayim the mitzvah. It's like Beisfira. You make a bracha every night, even though you might miss a night later on. But you make a bracha the kiyum the mitzvah, even if you're not yotz in the mitzvah. Because kiyum mitzvah means performing the mitzvah, yotz mitzvah means you fulfilled the mitzvah. Make a bracha on performing the mitzvah, not on fulfilling it. I think it's Emes Lamita, that idea. Hey, sorry. You have to be careful not to speak between the bracha and the shechtin and vorim shenim in the shechita, but things just don't have to do with the shechita. Because in call brachas, just like all brachas, also speak between a bracha and mitzvah, can't talk between the bracha and the mitzvah. I mean, diber, if you did speak, tzorich levarach bracha machayos, have to make another bracha. Ben shechita l'kitza, if it's between the shechita and the covering the blood, mutar afsik. You can interrupt the kisu and mitzvah b'nei datzo. We do kisu dam, it's a separate mitzvah. Those hold the kisu gemar mitzvah shechita, that covering the blood is the conclusion of the mitzvah of shechita. L'chein tov lizor l'chatchil shel haber achar kisui. It's better therefore not to speak until after you finish the kisui. But it's barlano kama mikre hefsek. But we're not sure what's considered to be hefsek. I feel teva achas. It's like even one word. Kedin hefsek shebetfila. Kvar chaim simen tzadi vav, sam vav, or dafka div arch. So is it that same size tefillah, or is it only a longer, extended conversation? V'tzar chiyun, not clear. Test. If you want to shech many animals, not you have to be careful not to speak between each shechita, but over shein mitzvah shechita, but it's not a necessity of shechita. It's like talking in the middle of a meal. Doesn't make a bracha the motzia what you're going to eat after you schmoozed. There's one meal. But here, stay mitzvahs in. There's two mitzvahs. It's like talking between Pugyan and Fil Shiad and Fil Shorosh. The man says, "Lo b'sach mevarach achas." Those who hold that if you don't talk, you make one bracha. B'sach mevarach shtayim. I'm not limman. According to opinion, the tefillah holds the below sach you didn't talk. You make one bracha. Mevarach achas b'sach mevarach shtayim. When you speak in the middle, you have to make two brachas. More mevarach chaim simon chafei. If you talk between shechita, talk about shechita. Shneya, being asked to make a bracha on the second shechita. If you require to shech two birds and they have to require the covering the blood. First cover the blood of the first one, then shech with the bracha the second one. It's our bracha. Then you talk about call mitzvah shower rishana because first they will complete all the mitzvahs on the first bird. Kisu gemar mitzvah shechita and kisu with mafsik or not mafsik, it does complete the mitzvah of shechita. Chen lo yavsik b'shechita that's the shneya ben shechita so b'shechita ben shechita kisuya. They shouldn't interrupt by performing the second shechita between the shechita of the first animal and it's covering the blood. But in the second kisu you shouldn't make a bracha then. You fulfill your obligation of the bracha with the bracha made on the first covering. The second shechita is not hefsek in the kisui. Because you can always shech with one hand and cover the other hand. If you're not going to, it's biyado. Okay, the bracket says here, he says he says it's similar to Yain Kiddush Ner Havdalah Zman. Means the Dimi Gom, it's not completely comparable. Sham is going to come to make all the brachas together. Remember, it's the Das Rashi should say the brach much cause around Shan. I'm not sure what he's referring to. The Ein bracha hefsek. The brachas, I guess the bracha there's not an interruption, even though you're doing Kiddush Ner Havdalah Zman, it's not an interruption between the wine and the bracha yain and the drinking the wine, and but so here too is an interruption. In fact, there was shechita in the middle between kisui number 1 and kisui number 2, but he says that that's not necessarily evidence because in fact, I guess Rashi does hold you're supposed to make another bracha on the wine, but in any event, he says that most of us can that's not a hefsek. Yurav yesh poskim shchokim b'ikar din zeh. The poskim hold that they're arguing this all together. Because they hold the sicha ben shchita lo have hefsek klal. To talk between shchitas, it's not a shor, but damet sicha ben sasula. It's like talking in the middle of a meal. Be'etam b'tzir ben tefillah shchir chasam. It's not like clocking between tefillah shoriyah and tefillah shorosh. The Misham Avei mitzvah chiyuv, that's obligatory mitzvah. Avo shchita shniya yerishus. The second shchita is optional. The boy lo shach, it doesn't have to shech. Can afshi mitzvah, you know, it's a mitzvah to shech. You want it mean? Kokan here is a daim l'rishus. It's optional, and therefore, I guess it's not chashem enough to require some bracha. Let's make one bracha. Kamen speaking the din, so bracha zaka, levarach pamacheres. So it's something halacha and it's like bracha zaka. Once you make one bracha, even if you shmooze, you shouldn't make another bracha. Perhaps you should be according to shechut, so baruch, even though some great according say you have to make a second bracha. Come sheba taisai, I better. It's better to sit and refrain. It's too short. Tov shim sarp and shchita. It's like daito legamri. But there's an eitzah says HaShulchan. If you spoke between shchitas, completely distract yourself. If you have to go and make a great interruption. But if it's chayv bracha l'chades, then you're for sure going to be chayv second bracha according to everybody. Even if you can't make the interruption, I guess you're played by the animal. You should have to say the second one and not make a bracha, despite the fact that you're mafsik in the middle. Okay, that's it for today.